all the other players. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Steal it, brother.
By statistical metrics, Mitch Trubisky went to the playoffs twice. By statistical metrics, Mitch Trubisky was all right, but there's a problem, Sel. Mitch Trubisky was in the same draft as Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. Kyle Shanahan, you can't afford to draft the Mitch Trubisky. You got to draft the Patrick Mahomes.
To me, this is a senseless gamble, as you told me. This is splitting tens in blackjack. This is literally, what are you doing? You already got what you need. Here's the thing. First of all, durability, there's no guarantee. Second thing is he going to be better than Jimmy G? One, he has to just climb up to where Jimmy G is, which is make a Super Bowl, bruh. You got two line items that there are huge question marks about. And you're going to put your entire resume and career on this?
The 49ers' decision with the number 3 pick in Thursday NFL draft has everyone's attention. Kyle Shanahan said yesterday the team is looking for a starting quarterback, and when they made the move up to number 3, there were, quote, 5 guys that we felt we'd be okay with taking. Well, GM John Lynch is putting that decision in Shanahan's hands. Take a listen.
I told Kyle from the beginning that he and I are doing this together. And when it comes to quarterbacks, I'd be foolish, I believe. We have a head coach who's also our offensive play caller. I will always defer to him. And, what's cool about that is that Kyle, I think, respects my opinion enough. He always wants it. And ultimately, we arrive at decisions. We will, and come Thursday, we'll have a pick that hopefully makes everyone proud, but that will be judged in years to come. And we've done our best to make sure that it's a great decision for this franchise.
Acho, have the 49ers given Kyle Shanahan too much power?
They have, and that's where it stands right now. But here's the caveat. Most teams, the best teams in the NFL, the head coach is either the general manager as well, or at least the head coach and general manager are on one accord.
Okay.
Bill Belichick, Patriots, we know what they do. Andy Reid, Brett Veach, we know how good the Chiefs are, and you know how they're on the same page. Pete Carroll, John Snyder. Either the coach has all of the power or the coach and GM are on one accord. But here's the kicker, because I fervently believe this. Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Many people know the word. Power corrupts.
I don't believe that.
And absolute power corrupts absolutely. I've witnessed it firsthand by your former head coach, Chip Kelly. Because when I was playing for the Eagles, I could actually speak to the Shanahan thing, bro.
Damn.
It was wild. Chip comes in as the head coach.
Okay.
Howie Roseman, the general manager. Head coach, general manager, everybody in the football office, as soon as you walk upstairs, all football personnel is on the left side, and on the right side is the tickets, the president of the team, sales, etc. First couple months, Howie's on the left side, the active general manager. Sell, true story, big dog.
I know it.
All of a sudden, you walk upstairs, Howie office ain't on the left no more. They done kicked the general manager, Howie, off to the right, where like ticket sales and whatnot is. And all of a sudden, Chip Kelly has full authority over the team. It worked out for a hot second.
Yeah, for a second.
10-6, first year. We won the NFC East. We was doing our thing. Next thing you know, we look up, we got 9 Oregon players on our squad out of 63.
I ain't talking to you.
15% of the true story. Look it up. 15% of the squad was Oregon. Sure. Chip Kelly got fired within a year and a half later. So all of a sudden, I truly saw power corrupt. Now, why is it okay to give Shanahan so much power? This final example, and I am done. Kyle Shanahan's dad, Mike Shanahan, was never really on the same page with Dan Snyder, the owner for the Washington football team, Redskins formerly. Remember Albert Haynesworth? You remember Albert Haynesworth?
Yes. Who doesn't?
$100 million deal with Washington because Dan Snyder, the owner, essentially the active general manager, wanted Albert Haynesworth. Mike Shanahan didn't want Albert Haynesworth. So what happens day one? Albert Haynesworth fails conditioning test. Within 2 years, Albert Haynesworth gone because the general manager or the team owner wanted something that the head coach didn't want. So it's best that you were on the same page, or somebody who's capable of making the executive decision just makes executive decisions.
Interesting you take it there. I think they've given them too much power, but power is a tricky word in this situation because I don't think it's absolute power. Look, John Lynch had to clean up the press conference from Kyle Shanahan yesterday. If you guys watch it in its entirety, he had to go up there and be the professional. Because Kyle Shanahan up there joking.
For being a kid.
Yeah, being a kid, being sly. I don't even know if we're going to be alive on Sunday. And John Lynch said, come here. Let me talk to y'all. All right, we don't have a good enough record around here to be acting like that. You know what I'm saying? So, no, we're going to make the sound decision. It seems like John Lynch basically said, we're going to draft at number 3 a quarterback. But Cal, you picked the quarterback because you're an offensive-minded guru as an offensive coordinator. Fine with that. But then let's talk about the Chip Kelly situation. Let's talk about how all the player personnel department reportedly is saying Trey Lance or anybody but Mac Jones. And then Kyle Shanahan's like, no, Mac Jones. So maybe he's not beefing with John Lynch, but he's beefing with those who are really out on the road, in the streets, in the stands, evaluating these talents. So it's just going to be interesting how it all plays out. But why is Shanahan in this position once again? Like, we all know in sports especially, the ultimate meritocracy, where you only eat what you kill. And Kyle Shanahan as a head coach hasn't killed anything except when he used Jimmy G as his weapon to kill something. The only year where I see Kyle Shanahan looking like, okay, that's a good head coach, is the year Jimmy G was the starting quarterback, full-time starter. Every other year, you get 21st rank in scoring. You get 21st rank in scoring. You get 20th rank in scoring. And then Jimmy G is there, using him as a weapon. You're second in scoring. Oh, that's it. Okay. What about Jimmy G, 22-8? And then without Jimmy G, Kyle Shanahan, 7-27. So you're going to now draft at the position where the only way you even have this amount of power is using the weapon of Jimmy G, but you're going to now draft someone at this position and take away the only weapon that got you that power. Y'all follow all that? Crazy. Terry Bradshaw and Fox Super 6 are giving away $5,000 for each day of the NFL draft this week. One of the day one contest questions is, which player will be selected with the 3rd overall pick in round 1? The options are Mac Jones, who? Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, or others. Acho, what you got?
Against my advice, it will be Mac Jones. I wish it were Justin Fields, but it won't be.
It's going to be Mac Jones. Got to respect that. Who? Mac Jones. Download the Fox Super 6 app and play for free for your shot to win. And make sure you tune in to NFL Network for round 1, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, to follow along live. Coming up, 2-time Pro Bowler George Kittle will be here. We'll ask him about all the big news with his 40